Hello and welcome, people of the internet. I have lost my face, but the show must go on. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a review on the 60430 Interstellar Spaceship from the LEGO City line and from the bunch of themes that are categorized under the space line. I got this set for 350 Rand, $20 if you live in the United States or anywhere else, use dollars. And it comes with 240 pieces and one minifigure. The minifigure you get is the high-ranking pilot. The blue signifies that it's a pilot. And she has a backpack that can have an attachment on it, which I'll talk about soon. Has some really nice prints all around, even toe printing, which is quite rare for city minifigures. A helmet, which is not new, but it's a new dual molded piece, or new colors for the dual mold. The sideboard you get in the set is a jet type thing with a little camera on the front and two wings, and then these big engines at the back. It has a battery which comes with this new color that I haven't seen before, and also a print. There are no stickers in the set, it's all prints. The jet can actually be turned into a backpack by attaching it to her backpack. Now she can fly off through space without having to use the actual ship. As for the actual ship that you get, people have been saying that it's sort of based off of the classic space theme logo, but just modernized quite a bit. So we'll start at the front. I like the nice pointed angles that you get. And I believe this cockpit piece was previously used on the Star Wars Snub Fighter. I think that's when this color of this type piece was introduced. It's got nice engines that are kept at an angle. And these wings are actually made using a new piece to me, at least. But I think it might be a new piece altogether. It's a 6x4 half-ish wedge plate, which is quite interesting. You could probably use it for a TIE fighter wing, unless they've already used it for that. But yeah, that's a new piece that I noticed. You can open the cockpit to put the minifigure inside. You just have to remove the jetpack, because otherwise there wouldn't be any space. And you just have to be careful of this cockpit. It came with all the other pieces, so mine got quite a bit scratched. I don't know if you'll be able to see. It looks really shiny on camera, but in person it looks quite scratched and it's not the greatest. But I think the play feature makes up for that immensely. So you can have the ship cruising at normal speeds, but if you want to quickly jump into hyperspace, then you press down this energy core and the back opens, which is crazy cool. And there is no Technic in the set. I'll try to take it apart and show you how this mechanism works, but I was just baffled that they were able to do this without using any Technic. The only Technic in the set was joining these two bottom plates together. So underneath the battery core thing, which is actually removable, which I'll get to later, there is this triangular thing which pushes against that blue slope, which then pushes it out. So when you push this in, it moves this tray forward, which on these white rails here pushes these outer arms out, and then that end bit pushes this up. Hopefully you're able to understand that, but yeah, it's quite cool. Like I said, you're able to remove this battery box thing, and you can actually have the jets type thing carry it underneath it to go recharge if you like. But also on these engines, I like to imagine these as drag fins. So if you're coming into the atmosphere, you want to pull these up as brakes, because you can't actually have brakes in space. But then you can put a minifigure at the back here if they're busy working on the engines, or if they just want to ride, hold on to the back. They can hold on these little clips here. They can also hold on to these in here, which is pretty cool. Now I'm sure you saw the thumbnail and are now wondering where's the stand that comes in the set. Unfortunately there isn't a stand, but I did make one, so I can show you how I sort of made it and then connected it to display it at its best. Okay, to start off, I made a completely black base with a little bit of slope to add some character. I left a little bit in the middle. You can fill up the edges or the sides with these. I just ran out of black, so I used green, which is fine because it's hidden. Then I used some of these Technic beams with the studs on it, and then also these weird pieces. I don't actually know what to call them. Oh, I don't have any space. But I don't know if you can see. They look like that. And they sort of lock these two pieces together. And then if you put it in here, and then you put tiles over it, over these studs, it locks that, this whole assembly into it. So it's basically become one thing, and then that's really, really hard to pull out, which is good because you don't want that to fall out easily. Then a few pins over here, and then this is an odd assembly of pieces just to keep it at an angle. You can use whatever you want. There's many ways to get an angle. And you just connect it there, and then put it at the bottom. That I tried to put as many studs at the bottom as possible. Let me get a better angle of that. Like that. And then you get one of these clear rods or anything to hold the jetpack on its own, because unfortunately there isn't anything or any place to put it in the ship. So then you can have it flying on its own mission, or just like hovering around the ship, and that is an amazing way to display it. So even if you're an adult and you're not really looking for the playability, this looks incredible on its own. So I think I'll give it a 10 out of 10. It's definitely worth that $350 or $20 price tag. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Scoot out.